Every year I put together a watch list, and this year's no different. So these are the people who are doing amazing stuff. I'm going to go through it briefly. You might watch the HRExaminer over the next several weeks to see the details about each of these people, but Workday and ServiceNow have both built wonderful libraries of return-to-work tools. Workday has perfected a workflow and process system so that you can run everything from one set of dashboards. ServiceNow has a bunch of really great tools that do a bunch of things. ADP is on the list because they have not only built a statement of ethics like Ultimate Software did several years ago, but they've installed an ethics board. And I'm going to spend the end of the presentation talking about ethics boards in general, but it's notable that ADP is the first company to go public in our space with an AI ethics board. Socrates.ai does the information governance that's necessary to allow an organization's voice to get clear. Humanyze, I talked to you about them throughout this presentation. They have an organizational health score that has to do with network health and the actual health of the actual organization. Vizier has been doing a phenomenal job all year of getting people to understand what's going on with COVID inside of their workplaces and learning how to staff analytics functions in a variety of settings. PhenomPeople is the broadest spectrum intelligent tool in recruiting that I know of. Everything that they do at PhenomPeople has components of NLP and machine learning built into it. Everything from the ground up. Now, on the other end of that spectrum is Greenhouse, who has focused on making good decisions rather than gee whiz technology. They're not at all convinced at Greenhouse that AI is anything but trouble. And so their work in all of the areas that are interesting is focused on helping people make good decisions. HiringSolved sees the primary problem in HR as search, and they're working to make better search through integrated systems. WorkforceLogiq has just published amazing diversity maps and forecasting tools. Organization View, which is a Swiss company, has put out generic code that allows you to not have a data scientist on your team if you want to analyze the sentiment in text responses. Culture Amp, my ideas about the way that engagement scores are changing largely come from conversations I've had with Culture Amp. And Arena.io is using AI to move people from one industry to another industry in the volume hiring arena.